What up, everybody? We got iSNF Truck Series at COTA. Definitely, they didn't have enough time for qualifying, so we only have one truck that actually qualified here tonight, and that's going to be Jalen and the O2 starting first. Got make sure you guys let me know if you can hear me. We got just trying to get a few things done as we have a little bit of time before they hit the green flag. So what do you guys think of COTA? As it looks like Jalen did a 2-2-2 for his lap. Sorry about that, guys. I forgot to change something in the overlay. Just was going and fixing that. Trunk. Trunk. My bad. So on the pole, we got Jalen. On the outside pole, we got Bentley in the 10 starting second. Charles Robertson in the 44 starting third. Richard in the 98 starting fourth. Jeff in the 47 starting fifth. Snowflake, Rhea in the 97 starting sixth. 7 in the 53 starting seventh. Austin Cook. Oh, it's a standing start. That's weird. I wasn't expecting that. I guess these guys are going to surprise me every time. My bad. As Richard takes a big lead here going into turn one. He didn't get a qualifying lap in. That brings Jalen all the way to the back. Can you guys hear the sound? So I don't do many of these road course races. So if you guys can help me in the chat, that would be awesome. That's what you guys are all about. As we got 35 laps here. Oh, the 44. The 44, Charles slides off the track. Way off the track. As Richard's taking command of this race in the 98 Interstate battery. Toyota. Got the Budweiser at Bentley. They're going to need some Budweisers in that time. Jalen and that O2 Ally, as they'll need some paint after this one. Justin Cook and the Swan, number 3. Michael and our series sponsor, A1 Performance USA Products, number 93. 7, bringing the Mountain Dew for the underage people. Danny Chandler in this 13 Motorcraft Ford. Eugene in the Tide. They're going to need a lot of Tide as they might have some stained britches after this one. Chad Stearns, we know him well, in that monster Toyota 05. JB Banner in the 09 Husqvarna. Chevy Silverado. Charles Robertson in the 44 Budweiser Chevy Silverado, clearly bringing up the rear of the field in case somebody needs some beer back here, as they might have a rough night. Jeff in the 47, and I guess Rhea didn't take the green flag, as we got some people off the track. Let's see what happens. This is Chad Stearns. This is a sharp one. So, I mean, this is like a Formula One type track. These trucks are not made to do this. So, it's definitely an interesting situation. It's weird that NASCAR did it in general. Go ahead and give me a shout if you're watching. It looks like we got one person watching on YouTube, as Richard is breaking out his lead a little bit farther in that 98. He can kind of take it easy right now, as they're probably pushing harder behind him, using up those tires, as Bentley is trying to close in the gap, but he's actually lost a little bit of time, down 1 second. Through the S-curves, as I probably should have went through this track before the race came out. Can you guys hear this? Oh, we can definitely hear it. Go a little bit further back. So it looks like JB Banner might have gone off the track. Let's go take a look and see what happened there in this number 09 Husqvarna. See some... Oh, he definitely went straight. Man, they almost have to stop to make that turn, as it's definitely a tricky turn there. There's a lot of those turns here. And these are not... They're not high downforce super suspension cars like the Formula One cars. that run so well here. So getting the hang of these corners is definitely going to be a different experience in these trucks for some of these people. What's up, everybody in the chat? Give me a shout, say hello. This Tana Bentley is still losing ground on Richard as Richard's pulled the gap out to about 1.5 seconds. I know it looks close there, but they are actually going so slow in these turns that that's 1.5 seconds lead there between the leaders. Let's take a run through the field as Charles Robertson got off the track. Did he hit anything? We're going to go back and take a look. Probably do a lot of this as there are no cautions. Oh, he dives it in there and just can't make the turn. As the 20 of Eugene made the turn just fine. He's going to have to borrow some of that Tide after there. Definitely looks like he drank too much of that Budweiser. I haven't decided what we might do a little bit later, but keep an eye on the Discord. I'll post something up later. I usually try and post an announcement by 8 o'clock Eastern Time. I didn't really know what was going on with this race, so I didn't make any commitments because I don't know how long this race is going to take. It looks like because there are no cautions, it looks like we're probably going to be a little bit around an hour. Let's go back and a little over an hour. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Danny here. As this turn right here, oh, he gets sideways. Just loses the back end of that one. Chad had another one. Let's go back and take a look. Chad was just off in the grass. Chad is definitely struggling here. Let's see what happens to the 93 of Michael Smith. Here's the turn that's gotten so many drivers. Just loses that back end. Definitely for sure, Matt. So far, I mean, other than a couple slide-offs, it's been a fairly uneventful race. As it looks like the Tana Bentley is catching our leader here. He's definitely on the heels. They pulled away from second. Maybe Bentley used up those tires pulling out to that big lead, but he's got a challenge. Oh, it's the 0-2 slides off the track. Gathers it back in, gets it going. That's what you call trying too hard right there. Let's see what the gap is now. So he's got it down under 1 second as he definitely lost a little ground through that part of the track. Be interesting to see where he's gaining. This looks like to be one of the spots as he gained a ton through there. Now he's on his heels as he definitely took that turn a little more aggressive than our leader, Richard. As they pull down the straightaway, Richard gaps him a little bit. Got up to back about 1 second. The Bentley's definitely eating him up in braking. But that's not necessarily good on those tires. Definitely look like a smooth turn through that turn right there. As they come in through the S's, is he gaining any ground through here? Not even really sure what camera angle to use here. I wish they had a TV mix. Richard's got that number 98 Interstate battery truck looking real good right here. As that number 10 of Bentley is on his heels, back and forth. It's got it down under 1 second. Can he catch him? As he's definitely clearly making progress. I think I lost a few viewers because they're not into road courses, but that's all good. Road courses are definitely different for me too. As I'm not even really 100% sure how to call them. I would like to get more road courses in on the Look, guys, give this a share. Get it out there. Let people know. Let's get them watching this thing. As some of these guys deserve the recognition that they should get. As the 10 is trying really hard to gain on the leader, but Richard's definitely pulled it out some more as we're 4 laps, doing 4 laps. Yeah, it's definitely, and it's a little different to call too, but yeah, this definitely is going to let you know who the drivers are. And if we look at the gap as a whole, these guys are within a second of each other. The next closest person is 10 seconds behind. The 11th place car, the last car on the track, is 1 minute and 36 seconds behind the leaders here. You know, some strategy might be being played here as these guys do have limited fuel. I mean, some people could be just trying to go slower, get a good finish here tonight, as they know it's not their cup of tea, so there could be some strategy being played with these drivers here on this track tonight. Yeah, I just... certain cars I do well on the road courses is what it breaks down to me. Is it looks like Chad is still having some issues here. Let's go back and see what happened with Chad in this 05 Monster Energy Toyota. Oh, he just can't make that turn. That turn, I think, has gotten him more than once here tonight. That's not the easiest turn on this track. Here's our 3rd place driver. He had an issue. Did he overshoot this one? Oh, he's definitely going in hot. Goes straight. Good thing they got that runoff there. That's really saved these drivers a lot of time being able to have that runoff there. That should have been a lot worse for him than it was. Remember, guys, we're playing on YouTube and Facebook. So make sure you give our... once I get to 100 follows on YouTube, I can change the URL, which is probably the most important thing, because nobody wants to give somebody youtube.com/abqpwzvr3561. They want to give them MDITV. So if you guys can get over there, shoot it some love, that would be awesome. As it's really interesting to see how Bentley is gaining on certain parts of the track and losing on others, as it shows the different skill set here. Definitely looks like some of these turns Bentley's out braking, but when we get in some of these faster sections of the track where throttle after the turn, coming out the turn, really makes a big difference, he seems to be losing ground on Richard. If you go and look at these times, I mean, 2 minutes and 4 second lead over the 11th place truck. The 13 of Chandler is 3 laps down. I don't even know if he's out on the track. Let's go take a look. Nope, Chandler is not out on the track. This isn't for everybody, these road course races. Like Matthew said, it's really just, it really separates people. What road course racing does to these guys. You can tell who's the best. If you look at iRating, there's a couple 200s, 500s, 700s. So a lot of these guys don't have a whole lot of road course experience, and not very good road course experience anyway. Richard has a 1489, and Bentley behind him has an 1833, and Jalen has the highest one in here with a 2289, as he has a situation again. These things just drive so much different than anything else, and this track is so tight. That's what I really feel like these guys are battling with. I think if you throw some of these guys in something like a Mazda Pro, that it'd be so much different. I don't know what they're talking about here. Let me get some of the inside scoop, because these guys are definitely... Wow, so these guys are going to have to make... So these guys, as I'm listening, these guys are going to have to make at least... Ooh, the 98 goes in there hot as you watch them force that wheel. So these guys are talking about fuel already. If I had to guess, they were talking about 10 laps if they were sitting there on the pace laps. So 10 laps of fuel. So let's say they have to make a pit stop every 9 laps. There's going to be 4 pit stops in this thing. So pit strategy could definitely play a role in this one. If somebody's driving slower in order to stretch it out to 1 less pit stop, you know, it'd be interesting to see how much time they're able to gain. I don't know how long a pit stop will take here. But they could, I mean, 2 minutes, very possible if you take 1 less pit stop on a track like this. So many mistakes are made on pit road that if you're somebody that feels like you can't get a top 5, being able to figure out a way to stretch it out, counting on some people making mistakes, could be an easy way to get a top 5 here tonight. As we're going to see what these guys are able to do on pit stops and how far they're able to stretch it out. And if it is roughly about 9 laps to a tank, how many people are going to try and stretch it on that last lap and not make it? Few things to consider. The tables could turn. It looks like Jeff has an issue. Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Jeff here in the 47. Maybe a little off the track issue. Oh, seen him light it up there in front of him. Same thing as everybody else. Just too hot. Like I said, thank God they put that runoff out there. This has saved these drivers so much time and so much truck. Had they not had that little runoff there, these guys would be definitely struggling. Definitely looks like Richard's starting to struggle with the handle a little bit more. They're still within a second of the second place driver here. But you can see him sawing at the wheel on these turns. More and more every lap. The handling is definitely going away. Can these guys keep it clean? I'm just curious. I mean, like, you're having all this driving on these turns. What kind of mistakes are possibly going to be made as all of a sudden Bentley's on his heels? Coming down through the start-finish line. If this is the last lap, he would have just figured out how to gain a whole lot of ground. Because it looks like there might be some more issues on the track. Oh, we watched that one. Chad's turn. He had another issue. Looks like he's probably going to spin or go straight up here again. We're about to find out. Oh, he loses it. He's definitely struggling here today. He's back to the 9th spot. No damage, just a quick little slide. These guys are definitely going to be going to A1PerformanceUSA.com to get some spare parts after this one, as they're definitely abusing their equipment. Hopefully they can find some new performance parts for their next race. Make sure you guys check it out so you're not stuck like these guys, because apparently some of them forgot to go and get them before the beginning of this race. We know that 98 of Richard, he didn't forget, as he's been led every lap here so far tonight. Got that Interstate battery number 98 in front of the 10 Budweiser, a Bentley Glazer. As they come up over the hill, Bentley's like, hey, come here. I just want to talk to you about your car warranty. Why do you keep running from me? He's definitely closed it back in again. He's there. I mean, he's a half a second behind him. We get through some of these turns where he really excels at. He might be making a move for the lead. We might have a change in leadership here as we're working lap 8. So here's the question. Do they pit this time by? We're about to find out if they're going to pit this time by or if it's going to be later. It doesn't look like anybody's gone into the pits yet. Excuse me. As these two have a 20... Well, hold on there. Let's see how big a lead these guys have. These guys have a 26-second lead on the third place driver of that 02 Jalen. 27 seconds. These guys are really at school in this field here tonight. Oh, what happened? You know what? Oh, Bentley. Bentley. He went in the pits. It looks like he might have made a mistake there. Oh, tough luck for Bentley. Let's see if we can figure. Oh, he goes under the pits. Oh, he goes in hot and hits the pit wall. There's one of those mistakes I said. Watch out. Is Richard's going to go another lap? Does he have enough? I was just listening to them talk about how they might not have a full 10 laps on this. I guess he's going to complete lap 9 this time. So this is going to put him really close to needing 5 pit stops. No, maybe not. But they're definitely going to need 4 if they're going in the pits now. Go ahead and pull up here in a minute who's pit and who hasn't. Man, tough luck for the 10 of Bentley, as he definitely didn't mean to make that mistake there going to the pits. That's going to hurt him a lot. And the way that 7 in that 53, he's got a little bit of damage. If Richard doesn't screw up, that mistake is going to give Richard quite a lead here after this series of pit stops. Just curious when he's going to go in. As he's able to just kind of ease it in. He's probably in the best boat right now, as he's got plenty of lead. Nobody pushing him. I mean, just take care of your stuff at this point. Make it to the end. I think that right now, as it stands, Richard's the only one that's going to beat Richard. So smooth, as he's definitely not working the wheel as hard as he was when he had Bentley right on his heels. How big is that lead right now? So he's got a 38-second lead. He gets to go into the pits nice and easy, make no mistakes. I mean, he's got it made. We all wish we were Richard right now. Richard's going to go in the pits. He makes it in without any mistakes, unlike Bentley. We're going to watch this pit stop and see what happens. Meanwhile, I'm going to watch this gap. Here, let's go ahead and we'll watch it together. Boom. Oh, is it going to tell me? It's not very accurate. We're not going to worry about. Let's see. Yeah, that's what I wanted to see. So we're going to watch and see what happens to this gap as he's pitting. How much time he really gains here. As we got 26 laps to go. Richard, flawless stop. Is 7. And the 53 still has not pitted. He's going to have a 2-second lead as he pulls out back on the track. I bet you Bentley's digging, so he might not be as comfortable as he normally would be, as it's only about a 1.5-second lead. I mean, he lost about a second overall with that. Those new tires definitely playing a role, as he's now got it back within 1 second. The 1 second lead. Now Richard's got those fresh tires. That 1 lap difference might make a huge difference here on the track tonight. But Bentley's there. Bentley is there, as these guys have a 30-second lead on the 3rd place driver, Balin. 7 finally went in the pits. Bentley, sorry. Jalen. I said Jalen. Balin. Wow. I can't talk today, guys. Don't mind me. Bentley is definitely closing the gap here. It'll be interesting to see how this tire strategy. Apparently, Richard took advantage of not having to really push it tonight. Got Jalen off the track again. Let's see what happened here. Really pushing it way back there. Well, I think we know what's going to happen. As this has happened to Jalen so many times here tonight. Oh, he just locked it up. He just locked it up and not an incident. He didn't tell us it was. Got Richard. Oh, Richard is off the track. Our leader. He's got damages. No longer our leader. He loses it. Smacks the wall. What a tough break for that number 9. Oh, man. As he takes out the whole side of that thing. Tough luck for him. Well, he's got a fast repair, so he's just got to keep it together, as he's definitely been the class of the field. He led the whole first part. Yeah, that was a big hit. Led the whole first part of this track. Man, he's got to be careful in tech inspection. It definitely looks like he's got a whole lot of camber on those tires. Hopefully that thing passes inspection. That was a big hit. As JB Banner, he has an issue. Let's go see if we can figure out what happened here. Oh, I bet you he goes straight. This is what we've been seeing all night. Either they're going straight or they're losing it. Yeah, going straight. Oh, he stopped. He stopped, and it still called it an incident. Called it a crash. See what happens on the other side. It definitely showed 2 incidences here. I think he just... Oh, he got sideways. I think he just slowed down so much that iRacing didn't like it. He stopped, and it called it an accident. Poor Richard. Richard was definitely the class of the field so far tonight. Man, you got to feel for him. Austin Cook is in the... Yeah, he's in the 4th position. He's got a clean truck right now. So our leader, Bentley, and our second place driver, Richard Poulter, both have made mistakes tonight. Oh, he's got a little nose damage. Both made mistakes, as it clearly looks like Richard paid the bigger... Definitely paid a little bit bigger for his incident. I do not like the camera angles at this track. I'll tell you that much. So right now, Austin's got to worry about Charles Robertson behind him, because he's about 20 seconds behind the 3rd place driver. But he's only 4 seconds ahead of Charles and Michael. As these guys are bad. Oh, Michael smokes the tires as this is the battle on the track. Definitely some damage on that A1 Performance Products number 93. We know where he'll be later tonight getting some parts for that thing. Can he reel him back in, as he was on his heels as the 44s got damaged? I hope he didn't shake any of that Budweiser up. Yeah, Matt, it was crazy though. I jumped in here at the end of qualifying, and there was only a 5-minute session. Only one person had enough time to make a lap to put down in qualifying, and that was Jalen. Nobody else was able to complete a lap in the allotted time. You got to do like a 10 or 15 minute qualifying session on these road courses, but I know they typically run oval tracks, so I mean, we've all made that mistake. Jalen off the track again. Let's go back and take a look at what happened there. Oh, let's see what happens. Hops the curb, slides it in, turned around backwards. He's going to get it spun back around. Yeah, it was an easy pull. And then overcorrects, pulling out there. He does some victory donuts, celebrating that spin, and gets it back going on the track. That hurts. How much is that going to bring? That's going to bring Austin within 5 seconds of Jalen. Jalen makes another mistake like that. Austin's going to be taking that 3rd spot. The kid here in that number 3 definitely struggled a little bit, but man, this kid's got heart. He works hard trying to get up and learn these tracks. Let's see. Let's see what kind of information we have on this one. Is You know, that's all new to me. Let's see. Show driver detail. Austin, 18 years old, out of Macon, Georgia. iSNF rookie. Driving that Chevy Silverado. Working his butt off. Get out there. Get some laps. And learn some stuff. Because he's definitely going to be a force to be reckoned with in the future. Go back up to our leader. He's definitely got a nice, comfortable lead. He's got 7 seconds. Got 7 seconds as Eugene did his pit stop. Total time of 45.08. Oh, sorry. That was his total pit stop. His total pit lane was 1 minute, 19 seconds. Yep, 0.18. Oh, Eugene crashed coming right out the pits. Let's go take a look at what happened. As he probably came in and took some repairs. That's what took him so long. Goes into the first turn coming out the pits. And just goes straight. Well, good thing he's got plenty of time between them drawers at the end of this one. As man, that Budweiser Chevy Silverado looks good out in the lead. So right now, we're going to go back and see how Austin's doing. Austin's got that gap within 3.4 seconds of that third place. He actually seems to be closing on the third place car. But yeah, we were going to go back and get to know our leader a little bit. That's what the plan was here before we saw that Eugene was having an issue. Let's see. Bentley, hometown, Nebraska, 32 years old, iSNF veteran. Oh, as Charles goes off the track, let's go take a look and see what happened here. He just had enough. Yeah, that's what it breaks down to. It definitely looked like he had enough and just pulled off. That's what it's all about here tonight, is who can be the most consistent. So far, it looks like this number 10 is. Definitely the most consistent out here tonight. Had that one little mix-up going into the pits, catching the pit wall. But other than that, it's been flawless ever since. Definitely looked fast before the pit stop. As we're going to be looking at pit stops here again soon. Well, I guess not too soon. Let's see. 35 laps. 10 laps in. So yeah, pretty soon. Well, look, right now, as I keep looking, Cook is definitely closing on that third place driver. He's within 2 seconds of Jalen. I think this is going to be our battle here. And then what's Richard? Richard's definitely hurting with that damage. He's waiting for that pit stop. But they got a 50 plus second gap on these two. Austin's got it down to about 1.5 seconds. Let's go ahead and pull up the battle for this one. So Austin has got it within 1.5 seconds and doesn't have to worry about anyone behind him here tonight. As this is our battle for third, he's closing in. Got it within a second through that turn. Is he able to exit? Well, he is. He maintains that second and actually closes in more. Here's the key on these tracks, is not overdriving it when you start to taste that next position. As it looks like Jalen might have made more of a mistake there than Austin. Oh, Austin gets out a little bit slow. I don't know if he was worried about running him over or what. Because it looks like Michael Smith has an issue. Let's go back and take a look. Michael's all mangled here. It looks like it's going to be another. He stopped in this turn. This turn is so brutal coming out the pits there. Such a bad angle to have to take. as this 3 is definitely closing in on the back bumper. So get up behind him and watch what he's looking at. Somebody needs to get a hold of Austin and let him know I can see his helmet. Austin's got it within a half a second. Let's look from the right foot fenders. This is pretty awesome. Oh, he's so smooth through there. That was such a good turn for him. Will Jalen, as he's been making many mistakes today, make another mistake in a turn like that? He doesn't. He actually pulls Austin off that turn. You go on board with Austin. Do you trust Austin enough for us to sit behind him? As Jalen pulls a ton off that big... Yeah, he gets it sideways there. You can't get impatient here. You need to just drive your race. That is the key. Don't race the other drivers here, as that's when you start making mistakes. He's done so well here tonight. He needs to just keep it smooth. Oh, as he gets a little squirrely there. Woo! What's up, buddy? As we're getting a little action over... Oh, what's up, Levi? Getting a little action over on the YouTube side. How's it look over there on YouTube world? Looking good, the stream? As I gotta imagine the pit stops are going to be coming real soon here. I bet these guys are ready for tires. Once again, it's going to be about not making mistakes. As it looks like Eugene might have had another issue. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to Eugene. Eugene goes into this sharp left-hand turn and just slides it, kind of blows it a little bit. Gets it back going straight. Not too bad. Man, this track is not made. This is a Formula One track. You should be getting Indy cars. I mean, I'm sure you can get some other types of cars on this that are more of traditional stock car style, but it is not made for the NASCAR series. We'll see how the next gen car goes, but this is a narrow track with a lot of sharp turns. This is an open wheel track. This is really what it is. There's a reason why they don't run the boot in NASCAR at Watkins Glen, because it's not made for these kind of cars. As Austin still got it within 1 second. Looks like Michael Smith had an issue again. So take a look and see what happened to him. He's got that A1 Performance Parts truck all mangled up here. Just go straight like so many people have. You know, they've done that so many times. I'm kind of curious why they don't just kind of let it roll through there, because you've already blown it. Jalen's off the track again. Jalen gets a little... Oh, he just gets some grass, keeps it going. That's what I wonder why more people don't do that. That's what I would expect more people doing. Austin is on his heels. He's going to make the pass. He's on the inside through the S's. Nope, can't quite get there, as these guys are really battling. Uh-oh, Bentley has an issue. We're going to have to go and take a look and see what happened there, as it says that Bentley crashed. I don't think Bentley did. I hope not. As this is the best battle on the track, let's go take a look at what happened to Bentley. Did Bentley blow that entrance? No, it looks like he just kind of stopped and went straight. He looks, as what I'm going to assume happened here, as these tires are definitely getting worn. These guys, they just slowed down way too much. We're going to go back to this. This is where the battle's at. Austin Cook on the heels of Jalen. In reality, Jalen is the most experienced. Well, has the highest I rating here. Our only A class is going to be Richard in second. Jalen's a B class with a 2289. Austin Cook's a C class with 1105. Jalen should be blowing his doors off, but here Austin is on his heels, ready to take the third position, as it looks like Eugene had an issue again. This is... Calm down a little bit. Oh, as he gets a big run there. I was about to go and see what happened to Eugene. But Austin Cook is on the tail of Jalen Battles as they come through that tricky section there. They both make it through in one piece. When are they going to pit? Let's go back and take a look at what happened to Mr. Eugene. Eugene Thorne going into turn number 1. Just too fast. Has to use some of that runoff. That's what I expect more people to do. But for me, I probably would have gone a little bit wider. But hey, that was definitely better than just stopping like a lot of them have. Austin Cook is working that back bumper of Jalen. Is Jalen going to be able to hold him off? As Austin has definitely put the heat on him. As these guys have a 30-second lead over the 5th place driver. So as these guys are battling this hard, they're still gaining ground. Or losing, or the 7 is falling further back, I guess I should say, from these guys. It does look like they may be gaining slightly on our 2nd place driver, but not a whole lot. That's not what I meant. As we watch these guys go through these turns, let's do a little chopper action. Oh, Austin a little high there. But I think recovers perfectly from that. He definitely loses a little ground. He's back. I want to do more road courses, Levi. I truly do. So that's definitely something that's coming to the channel. That is definitely something coming to the channel. Let's see what the blimp looks like. I like playing with these different views. Look how sharp that turn is. You wonder why these guys have been struggling? Look at that turn right there. As Austin has lost almost about a second and a half on that 3rd place driver. Can he reel him back in? That is the big question. Can he reel him back in? We got 18 laps to go. As they go in through this is a tricky section here. People might underestimate it, but it's definitely a tricky section of track. As these drivers both navigate it perfectly, but Austin is definitely gaining ground back in on that number 02 of Jalen Battle. Sorry, lost my total train of thought. What's up, everybody? As we're definitely racking up some viewers in here. How you guys doing today? Oh, and we got Austin in the pits for his pit stop, following Jalen. Probably the best move an inexperienced driver can do is follow a veteran driver and do what they do. Probably the best thing you could do right now. As these guys are going into the pits, let's go move a little bit further up. It looks... Nope, Richard's still running with the damage. He's 8 seconds behind our leader. When will these guys stop? As they got to be getting close on their pit stop. Remember, it is going to be pushing it to make this race and just 3 pit stops. So we have this one and at least one more pit stop. I know. Cook will get it. Cook will figure it out. I think a lot of what Cook's doing right now is just doing a whole lot of learning. I think that's what it breaks down. It looks like as these tires wear, Richard is definitely gaining on our leader. As our leader goes around and puts Eugene another lap down. 2 laps down for Eugene. Jalen has an issue. Let's go take a look at what happened to him. Oh, this is just going to be another stopped. As we had a pass to the 5th spot. Was it because, Long was in the pits. So nothing really to show here. As Bentley is in the pits and Richard's still out. So Bentley making his pit stop. Oh, the 98 catches the curb. Jalen off track again, I think. As Austin is probably on a... Oh, Jalen loses it. We're going to go back and take a look at this battle because this is really what we want to watch right here. So let's go back here. As Jalen smokes the tires, Austin dives in too hard. These guys are within 2 seconds of each other. We're going to go ahead and pull it up here, and Michael Smith is way behind him, so these guys have a good lead on their next closest competitor as Austin is reeling them back in. These fresh tires, man, these have to make them feel like Superman. Definitely has to feel good having that fresh rubber on that number 3. As he's going to try and work in this number 2, the key is going to be not using them, overusing them. Inexperience hopefully doesn't play a role here as we have Austin Cook and Jalen battling for this 3rd spot, final podium finish. I don't have any information on Jalen, so I can't tell you how old he is. 35 laps. They run long races in this. So there's 17 laps to go here, as this is our battle for that 3rd position. The other battles aren't quite as close. Right now, Richard's got a 23-second lead on Bentley, but he's still got a pit. Look, Matt's going to give you better information about how it is to run this many laps with these guys. Not me, I don't know. So, yeah, this 98's got the lead. Can he continue to... Is he going to go in the pits here? As he's the only one, I think, left not to pit on this pit cycle. Ooh, says Bentley crash. I don't know if that's accurate, but we're going to go back and take a look. Nope, it's just the typical... Just the typical stuff. We're going to go ahead and pull back out. As our leader's in. Our leader is in. As he's pitting, let's go back to Bentley. As he's pitting, let's see how much he's able to get around our leader. Catch up to our leader. He's going to pass our leader right here. How big a lead is he going to have? When Richard is able to pull out the pits. Was Richard able to make up any ground in this pit cycle? Oh, man, he's pushing it through there. So Richard is 11 seconds. He actually lost ground through that pit cycle. Actually lost a lot of ground through that pit cycle. So we're going to go back to our main battle as these guys are within half a second roughly of each other again. Ooh, it says Richard went off the track. Let's go take a look and see what happened. Hopefully he didn't get it. Oh! Did he just do the same thing he did earlier on fresh tires? Gets that truck fixed and comes out and dumps it again. Poor Richard. Man, what a tough break for him. Pounds the wall. Ooh. Richard having a tough night. Is he going to be able to maintain that 2nd spot, or is he going to lose it? That's a lot of nose damage. He's got to worry about that thing overheating. He's definitely got to worry about that thing overheating. As we look at the relative between him and 3rd place, he's got 52 seconds, so he can definitely nurse it. But it's going to make it difficult to have anything for the leader now, as he just needs to survive with 16 laps to go. Watch your temperatures survive. Man, that is major impact there. Definitely bad for that number 98 of Richard Poulter. Jalen trying to maintain control over 4th place Austin Cook, but youth might prevail here tonight as Austin definitely is going to school, learning a whole lot here as he's steadily gotten better as this race has progressed. Oh, as we got issues further back in the pack. Let's go see what happened as it looks like 7 had issues. Let's see what happened here. Oh, it looks like it's going to be one of those. Stopped or went straight. Yeah, went straight. Man, those turns, that especially that one, and there's another one just like it, have been so tricky for these drivers tonight. As Michael Smith is going to do the same thing. This is that other turn, just at the pit entrance. He skips sideways and loses it, but is able to correct it and keep it going. Definitely a tricky track. Looks like Richard has issues again. Richard definitely having a tough night with all that damage. Hopefully that thing doesn't blow up. I'd be curious. Oh, he loses it. Definitely tonight is falling apart for Richard as he led a majority of the first part of this race. So right now, these guys are 2.5 seconds apart. Can Jalen reel them in? And slowly, these guys are reeling in that second place of Richard. They got him within 30 seconds. So are they going to be able to reel in third place before that, or second place within the end of this race? Both these guys might end up with a top 3 tonight. And that's the question. Can the young Austin Cook take a second place today as you watch Jalen smoke the tires in front of him? Every time Jalen does something like this, it's got to make Austin feel good, knowing it's giving him more of a chance, using up those tires. As we're going to ride along with the kid, Austin Cook. Going through this tricky part, he's just so smooth. Look at how easy he is on the wheel. Like an experienced veteran, he's not reeling it too hard. Just kind of rolling through that section. And he's able to gain about a half a second on Jalen through that part of the track. Gets back on the gas. That looks like where he's struggling is how hard to get on the gas coming out these turns. But hey, don't make mistakes. Learn as he gets a little sideways there, but he's able to correct it. Don't make mistakes. Run your race. Yeah, I think you posted it, didn't you, Levi? He's definitely reeling. Well, he lost a little ground there. Sorry. It said definitely reeling in, but clearly didn't at this point. Let's see if we find a coolest. That's the right front. As we look at the heels, at the back. Yeet! Good job. Oh, Richard hits the pits. Was it overheating? Was that car overheating as Richard hits the pit lane? He's got to get that damage repaired. I imagine he was overheating that number 98 Interstate Batteries truck. Definitely crucial to him, as this is going to let does 0-2 of Jalen and 3 of Austin Cook catch up to him. Is he just getting damage fixed? Or is he coming in? How long is he going to stay in? That's the biggest question. Jalen gets around him. Yeah, he's definitely in for repairs, as I'm sure that motor wasn't very happy. So that puts Jalen in second, Austin Cook in third. So this battle is now for the second position. How much hungrier does Austin get knowing this is second? And if the leader at Bentley, who's been pretty flawless tonight, makes a mistake, you have a chance of winning it. That's one of those conversations you have with one of these young drivers, hungry for wins. Take it back a notch. Give yourself a chance to finish before you worry about winning the race. Definitely a great run for Austin Cook tonight, as Michael's still struggling, but up to the 4th position. Definitely going to have a better finish than what he thought he was going to have tonight. 7 in the Mountain Dew, number 53. Keeping it clean in 6th place. He's going to get that 5th position if Richard's still in the pits. Got this guy, whoever he is. We got the Tide, number 20 of Eugene Thorne out of Canada, eh? He's in the 7th position. He's probably going to be taking the 6th spot here soon. If that damage is extensive for Richard. So definitely a lot going on here tonight. As clearly Bentley has been the class of the field. That Budweiser Chevy Silverado's been clean here all night. He's got 13 more laps to make his dominance clear. As this battle right here is within 2 seconds. You know, it takes one little mistake. This could all change so quickly. Looked like 7 had a little off-track experience. Let's see what happened to 7 here. Oh, that's a different turn. We haven't seen a whole lot of that one here tonight. That was a different turn to go off the track. As Austin has run a pretty flawless race for somebody who doesn't, probably. I'll figure out something after this race is done, Levi, and announce it. We'll put something up, of course. So, main reason I've been watching these two is because this is the main battle on the track. Everybody else's laps down, very separated. Nobody's really close together, so this is the battle we've been watching here. If you're wondering why we are on this one so often. Everybody else is 30, 40, 50 seconds apart. So Michael Smith, off the track, says he crashed. I think it's going to be another off-the-track issue. And Eugene Thorne also. Yep, this is going to be, I'm going straight or I'm going to stop. He goes straight. At what point do you stop sliding the brakes and just drive through that runoff? Eugene way off the track there. Gets back on. Go back to our battle for second. As this pretty much maintaining right around 2 seconds between these two. This one's going to come down to the very end, as I'm sure we'll watch Austin Cook really start to push as they get a little bit closer to them. So right now we have 2 stops among second, third, and fourth, and I know Bentley made 2 stops. We definitely have one more stop to make. Are they going to have to make more than that? I'm sure they're going to want to make more than that. They're probably wanting a full course caution right now. As they've been putting some work in here tonight, I'm sure they could use a little bit of break just to breathe, regroup, and go after it. This is within 1.5 seconds right now. 1 second of that second place. As Jalen jumps down pit road, he's splitting up this last cycle, I guess. I don't know. That seems way early to me. With 12 laps to go, they don't have enough to make it 12 laps here. Why did Jalen pit? I got no way to ask him, but man, that is a question for everyone. Why did Jalen pit? Why did you pit, Jalen? Oh, he must have had a penalty. Doing a drive-through. Did he hit the incident limit? Did he get the grass that many times? Because he hasn't had contact. Tough break for Jalen. As Austin Cook is in the second position. He's got to feel good about that, as he's got an 18-second lead on third place for tonight. Austin Cook, definitely the class of the field. We're going to go up and watch the leader. Hopefully the leader doesn't run into any unexpected issues that could definitely ruin his night, as he's coming across for, is this 10 to go? 11 to go as he crosses the start-finish line. I need to put a fan in here as I'm definitely sweating. I forgot to bring my fan in as it was a little bit warmer today, but I just got back just before this race started. Phew. You gonna plug that in for me? I definitely got a little bit of help here with my fan situation, so definitely feels good here. Get a little bit of air, thank you, buddy. Got my pit crew working for me. Who? Eugene Thornped. You know, oh, it must have been a drive-through. I wonder if you can't pit during a drive-through, because I would have taken gas if I had to go down pit road, even though I got to go again. Then I got to take a little less. As it looks like Eugene. Oh, I know what that's going to be. He just pulled out the pits, so he stopped going into that turn one. Austin Cook, he has an issue. Let's go back and take a look and see what happened to him. Oh, that's the turn one. Did he just lock it up and slow down too much? Don't spin it. Don't spin. Oh, he just slowed down a lot. And iRacing said he crashed, but clearly he didn't. As Bentley has been the class of the field here tonight. In that number 10 Budweiser Chevy Silverado. So yeah, remember guys, we got our series sponsor, A1 Performance USA. Performance Products. I definitely mistyped there. Make sure you can check those guys out. Make sure you check those guys out. Supporting these drivers out here. A1 Performance Products USA. Give them a Google search. Check out what they got. They got a little bit of everything. So check them out. Support those guys for supporting this group. Being out here racing with them definitely makes a big difference. It looks like Eugene has another issue. So take a look at what happened to Eugene. He's going to go. Oh, you can almost guess. He either stops or goes straight. There's a 53 in front of him. Yep, just locks it up a little bit. That's all it takes for iRacing to say you had an issue. Jalen has an issue. Let's go take a look see what happened to Jalen. So these guys are definitely going to have to pit again. I'm curious on when they're going to pit. 7 hits the pits. Oh, he just overdrives it, trying to make up for his mistake. That's what Jalen did. So when are these guys going to pit? Looks like 7 under the pit road. Got 10 laps to go. I got to imagine any time after the completion of this lap is going to be game for pit stops. They want to go at least one more lap, make it 9 to go into the pits, take your gas, take your tires, make it clean, don't make any mistakes. Everybody's got a pretty good gap between them and the next person as Jalen's in the pits. So don't make any mistakes. Don't push it. Be easy. These are the things the crew chiefs will be telling these drivers here as they go in the pits. You've got plenty of room. No sense to blow it. Michael Smith is in the pits. Jalen's exited the pits. Or entered, sorry. Now Jalen's exited the pits. 14.98 seconds for Jalen's pit stop. 7 did a pit stop in 7.12. Must have been just 2 tires. As Jalen definitely took 4. That's the other question. Can you gain enough ground? I don't think it's worth taking 2 tires. I think there's too much of a gap between everybody. You take the 4 tires. You don't make any mistakes because you're not going to catch the person in front of you. And you certainly don't want to make a mistake that allows the person behind you to catch you. Michael Smith is in the pits. Oh, he was in the pits. He's about to come out, I think. Entered his pit stall. Let's go up and check our leader. 9 laps to go. When is he going to pit? How far can he go? Will he stretch it? So Michael Smith has left the pits. He's going to be coming back out on the track. He definitely had some damage repaired. He had a 54.25 second pit stop. So Michael Smith definitely took a long pit stop. Austin Cook hitting the pit lane. Let's see if he can keep from making any mistakes. Don't make any mistakes. Don't let these guys catch you from behind. That's definitely something you don't want to happen. Because he's got like a 50-second lead, so take an awful lot for him to screw it up here tonight. I gotta imagine that if you're the leader, you just go ahead and pit now and then run it the rest of the race. You don't have to worry about green, white checkers. Let's get it out of the way. Everybody else has. You have nothing to gain to stay out and everything to lose riding around on those old tires. So I think if you're the leader, you just go in and you go ahead and pit right now and run it to the end of the race, and you got what you got. I mean, you got a huge lead. Austin Cook with a pit stop of 14.82. Total pit lane time of 49.97. Jalen beat him by, I don't know, about 0.7 on the pits. Total pit time. So really not enough to make a huge difference in the gap between them. That's what I was saying. Don't make mistakes. Do not make mistakes. As the 10 of Bentley's in. Michael Smith had an issue. Let's go check and see what happened there as our leader's pitting. Same thing as always. That turn gets everybody. It's like I said, our leader's here. So Austin Cook in the second spot just needs to maintain. All he needs to do is take home the second place. Be happy. That's what a lot of them want to do. They just want to finish it off. Be good. Don't make any mistakes. So our leader does a 14.77 pit stop, 46.63 total time on pit lane. He kills everybody on pit road. Richard in the 98, he's in the pits. Definitely a tough night for him. He goes from being hero to, well, I wouldn't call him a zero. He's in fourth, so still having a good solid top 5 finish today, but definitely not what he was looking for as I think we all kind of expected him to keep winning this thing. Definitely was the class of the field early on, as he's total pit time of 43.33. So right now, let's go ahead and look at our gaps between each driver. So Bentley has a 1 minute 23 second lead on Austin Cook. Austin Cook has 17.5 seconds between him and Jalen. Jalen has 1 minute and 11 seconds, 1 minute and 12 seconds between him and Michael Smith. Michael Smith, that's going to be the battle right here, as these guys are going to be close. We're going to have Michael Smith and Richard nose to tail now. That's going to be our battle for fourth. That's where the battle's going to be at. Just had to go and search and figure out where they were going to be at. So actually, it was the other way around, as Michael Smith overshoots the turn there. Richard wants to maintain this fourth, as I'm sure he feels like he should have won here tonight. Gotta be tough for him, as he got loose in the same part and hit the wall twice tonight, right after pit stops both times. Definitely a tough night for Richard. Wants to bring it home in fourth. Would love to bring it home in fourth. Michael Smith slides it through the turn there. Loses that back end. He's going to lose a ton of ground, as Michael just got hungry, seeing a car close to him, one more position, and man, that's tough. 7 in the 53. Where is Eugene? Eugene's still out here. Looks like 7 and Eugene. Oh, 7 had a little issue. But he keeps it going straight. We're going to go back to our leader as all these other races have seemed to slow down some as we got 7 laps to go. Michael Cook, 1 minute and 21 seconds behind our leader. Battle is 1 minute and 41 seconds behind the leader. The whole field is lapped except for the top 3 cars. Bentley's been so fast tonight, he might lap himself. That's how fast he's been. He just wants to get home and grab a ice cold Budweiser. Bentley looking good here tonight as he's just cruising through these turns. So far, last lap. You want to know how easy Bentley's taking it? Last lap. Bentley turns a 2 minute and 55 second lap. Austin Cook a 2 minute and 21 second lap. I guess you can't make mistakes like that, or eventually you are going to lose that lead. That might have been his pit lead. We're going to check and see what he gets at the line this time by. Oh, he did a 21.18, so we might have caught him out of the pits on that one. Austin Cook running solid lap times. He's running about 4 seconds a lap faster than Jalen. Jalen is running about 30 seconds faster than Richard. Basically, it's just downhill from there. We got a couple guys. Like 7's running some decent lap times further on back in the field. We're going to wait and see what kind of lap time Austin Cook puts down this time. See if Austin puts down a lap time that is comparable with our leader, as it looks like their lap times are about 3 seconds apart. 6 laps to go. These guys just have to keep it clean for 6 more laps. They just want to go home, get to the end of this thing. They're probably tired. Been wheeling these cars for about an hour and 15 minutes now. Trucks, sorry. On this tight technical track. I'm sure they're ready to call it a night. 6 laps can't come quick enough for these guys. As we're going to check out the lap time this time by. What kind of time does Austin Cook run? As the last lap was a 2 minute 18 second lap for Bentley, and it's a 2 minute 22 second lap for Austin Cook. So Bentley is still pulling away from these guys at about 4 seconds a lap. A lot of useless information there, I guess. You know, this is the first time I've really gotten a good chance to take a look at what they have here. Let's see. Let's see what most of these. Oh, I don't even know. I don't know if those are incident points or not. If they are incident points, it explains why Jalen had to make that pit. But I have no way to know because I can't read it. So Austin Cook. Uh-oh. What happened? What did I lose? Besides my mind. Well, somehow I lost something. I don't know what I clicked on there. Sorry about that, guys. As the number 3 Austin Cook, clearly he's the biggest gainer here tonight too, with up 6 positions since the start of the race. So he's got a lot to be proud of. Definitely a lot to be proud of, as it looks like some people have issues from back to back. Oh, it looks like he's going to be some of the typical issues. Turn 1. As the 53 goes straight. Wow, he almost sent it there. That could have been the end of his night. As he has other issues later on. Yeah, he does it again in the next one. Same thing through here. Michael Smith has an off-track experience. Oh, he's just going to catch that grass a little bit. No big deal. No big deal. That's normal. We can all deal with that one. As it looked like Eugene might have... Well, maybe not. Looked like it was going to tell me Eugene went off the track, and then it changed his mind. So is Bentley going to be flawless for the last 5 laps? Are we going to have a battle for that first position? I doubt it. Not unless we get a competition caution, and then everything's out the window. We're probably going to watch them all die into turn 1. We got a 1 minute and 32 second lead. Almost a 1 minute and 33 second lead. Four laps to go. 4 more laps to be smooth for our leader here tonight. Austin Cook in second. Jalen in third. Richard in that 98 led a good portion of the first third of this race and had 2 bad instances that took him out of the running for the win. Back and forth. Michael Smith, man, he hasn't left anything on the table tonight. This guy has put everything out there in that A1 Performance product, number 93. Definitely, regardless of how this race ends for him, he deserves a lot of respect. He hasn't given up. He's in the top 5, even in that beaten up truck. Good for him. Go check out that website as our series sponsor here tonight. 7 in that 53 Mountain Dew. We need him to stop by and drop me off something to drink. As these guys are ready. Looks like Jalen has an issue. He crashes off the track. They're talking about taking trips. Overheated, dehydrated, ready to go home. Is to a Jalen. That pulls it back out on the track. He's all right. 7 had an issue. Same thing. He was watching Jalen in front of him. Is he going to copy him? Yep, about the same thing for both these drivers, as they're both running it in hard. Yep. So they're asking if they can make it on gas, but Bentley pitted when I said now's the time to pit. So I think Bentley actually did the best job here tonight. I don't know who was just talking about being real close on gas. But I think they all kind of are a little bit close, but it is what it is. Oh, it's the 10. Almost off the track there. Well, he was off the track a little bit, but he was almost a big issue. 3 laps to go for this number 10 of Bentley. Let's go take a lap around this track in the passenger seat of this number 10. Let's see how he does it here. Hopefully he doesn't drive us into the wall here, as we got 3 laps to go. Hear him working that throttle, just being careful with it. At this point, you just want to make it through these last 3 laps. You got a huge lead. I mean, he could slow down to a ridiculous amount and not lose this race. I mean, he has schooled everyone here tonight ever since he got the lead right after that first set of pit stops. He's just rolling it through there, so smooth, so confident in that number 10 Budweiser Chevy Silverado. Through this sharp turn, I mean, you're wheeling it, you're turning hard through there. So perfect, though. Remember, it's a 2-minute lap, so more than 2-minute lap here at this track. If Eugene has an issue again, probably just a typical one. I don't think he actually crashed, but who knows? so perfect through these points that everybody's been struggling at tonight. He's really got this track figured out. Definitely got some practice in here. Probably ran a lot of official races. Pretty smart. Pretty smart by this number 10. Budweiser Chevrolet. As we've almost done one full lap in the passenger seat of this number 10. He's kept it clean as he's coming up on lap traffic here. He's definitely closing on him as we're going to hit 2 laps to go as he crosses the start-finish line. This time by 2 laps. 2 more laps. Keep it clean. Do you push it with these lap cars? Or do you ride behind them? These are the questions that have to be going through your mind if you're leading the race here tonight. This number 10 of Jalen's been flawless. Let's go back here in the pack. See how Austin's doing. As he maintains, he's still got almost a 40-second lead on the third place driver. Definitely maintaining well here tonight. Can he bring it to the end and not have any issues with gas? I don't know. I really don't know where these guys are at. I don't have a gas gauge, so we're just going to have to find out here tonight. As guys, we are only 22 people away from 1,000 followers. If you guys can help us out, give us a share. Let's see if we can hit 2 more followers by the end of the stream. 2 laps to go, 2 followers. Can we do it? Such a solid running here tonight for some of these drivers like Austin Cook. Not guys you'd expect to come out here and run a road course. These guys are really on top of their stuff here tonight. Gonna come to... Oh, he's just coming to his 2 to go. So we're going to go back to Bentley. Oh, Eugene off the track again. Oh, that's no big deal. That's typical stuff. STK, stop telling me stuff like that. That didn't matter. As this number 3 truck, they just hit the final lap. Bentley's on his final lap. Just got to keep it clean. 1 more lap to go.
White flag.
Gonna watch Bentley take this win. As it looks like only ones left on the lead lap are the number 10 and the number 3. So Austin Cook, regardless of how this one ends, has a lot to be proud of here tonight. He's going to finish second. Oh, as the 53 gets sideways, does he get into the wall? Oh, catches a piece of the wall. Such a solid night for 7 as he showed so much promise here tonight. Pulls it back out on the track. Bentley's almost completed. He's going to have a huge lead when he wins this thing. Almost 1 full lap on the whole field. Like I said, Austin keeping it on the lead lap definitely has something to be proud of here tonight. So the number 10 coming around through the track one last time. Just a few more corners to take it to victory lane. Be done with tonight, as I'm sure he's ready. Ready to just be done. Long race. Message me on Message me here in a little bit, or message me over on Discord. The 10 coming around through this funky part of the track. I have no clue what it's called. One last time. Yeah, definitely a solid ride, solid drive for a lot of these drivers. Austin just freaking nailed it here tonight. As our winner coming through the last turn one last time down the straightaway. I call him the winner, but he's not the winner yet. As he wins it, crosses the start-finish line. Good run for Bentley as he schools the field. Let's go back to Austin. Can Austin keep it straight through the end of this? Solid ride by the kid. Solid ride for this one here tonight. Austin's got a lot to be proud of. He's definitely spoiled in his little box. Let's go ahead and finish up this last lap in the passenger seat of the number 3 of Austin Cook. Should I be scared, Maniac, as we're sitting next to Austin? Or is Austin going to keep us safe through this lap? Through here, actually, Austin's been pretty, and you listen to his throttle control, he really seems to figure out what he needs to do on this track. It's definitely a very technical track here tonight. So Austin finishing up the track. We're gonna come through here. Is this the final turn? Nope, it's not. It's hard to see. Now here's the final turn. Very good throttle control. He definitely seems to know what he's doing. Is he gonna come around the last turn and down the front straightaway? Take that checkered flag. Take that second place to the bank. As Austin does a great job here tonight. Does a little celebratory wiggle there. Good run for Austin, as you can definitely hear in his throttle that he was happy about that one. Definitely a good run for Austin here tonight. Guys, I'm not in the Discord with these guys. I'm not going to be able to do any interviews, but we're going to go ahead and go through our finishing results. Maybe. I don't know why my grid hasn't worked. I did something. I don't know what I did. But the grid or the results haven't worked. Oh, I know what to do. I know how to bring them up. Oh, I forgot there's a backdoor way. I forgot. I gotta wait for it to come through, though. I forgot all about that. It's a good run for these guys tonight. It's everybody finally made it off the track. What a beautiful track this is. Got a good job running here tonight. And there is our race results. Let's go ahead and pull it up. Let's see. Boom. Tonight's results. We have Bentley taking home the win. 1 minute and 50 seconds over Austin Cook. Jalen in third. 1 lap behind the leader. Richard Poulter in the 98 finishing fourth. Michael Smith in the 93 finishing fifth. 7 and the 53s finishing sixth. Eugene Thorne in the 20 finishing seventh. Charles Robertson in the 44s finishing eighth. JB Banner in the 09 finishing ninth. Jeff in the 47 finishing 10th. Chad Stearns, rough night for him tonight, in the 05 finishing 11th. Danny Chandler in the 13 finishing 12th. And Rhea Ferris did not start. Good run for a lot of these guys tonight. I know this wasn't the easiest track, but I think the schedule gets a little easier for these guys, as it was definitely a difficult start for the first 3 races. So I guess until next time, since we're going to be, I got nobody I can talk to here. Until next time, be safe, and I should be on live later. Have a good evening.